Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian leader, had anticipated Western backing to fortify his position in the 2024 elections. Nevertheless, recent developments strongly hint at the likelihood of Ukraine electing a new president in 2024. The prevailing indications indeed seem to be pointing in that direction. Hi and welcome, I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. Ukrainian officials are hesitant to conduct elections due to the nation's intricate circumstances marked by conflict and the presence of Russian military forces in disputed territories. As per officials, conducted elections in a war-ravaged country will be perceived as an arduous and unwise endeavor due to the considerable logistical, financial, and legal challenges it presents. Millions of citizens have fled, and tens of thousands of soldiers are actively deployed. There is also a prevailing concern that Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky may lose elections due to rising unpopularity. But Western allies have stopped buying this argument. Western politicians, including Tiny Cox, Democratic U.S. Senators Richard Blumenthal and Elizabeth Warren, and Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, have asked Ukraine to proceed with elections. Ukrainian officials find themselves in a delicate situation, unable to outright reject the calls for elections, as it could jeopardize their relationships with crucial Western supporters who provide vital financial and military aid. While earlier, the Biden administration seemed understanding of Ukraine's challenges and not actively pushing for immediate elections, recent developments in the United States indicate a shift towards a desire for Ukraine to proceed with the elections. In addition, Olena Zelenska's recent statements have brought to light the possibility that Volodymyr Zelensky may not seek re-election. Ukrainian First Lady Olena Zelenska stated that she is uncertain whether her husband, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, will run for re-election in 2024. She emphasized that his decision would depend on the needs and wishes of Ukrainian society. Olena mentioned, "It will also depend on whether our society would need him as a president. If he feels that Ukrainian society will no longer wish him to be the president, he will probably not run, but I will support him whatever decision he takes." It is noteworthy that these statements come from the wife of a president who secured a resounding and historic victory in the 2019 Ukrainian elections. In the 2019 Ukrainian presidential election, comedian Volodymyr Zelensky secured a remarkable victory with over 73% of the vote in the runoff, leaving incumbent Petro Poroshenko far behind at 24%. During his victory speech, Mr. Zelensky promised his supporters, "I will never let you down." However, since then, Ukraine has faced significant challenges, including an ongoing war, the loss of crucial cities, and a struggling economy. These issues have led to criticism of his leadership and have raised concerns about the country's stability. Volodymyr Zelensky's leadership has raised concerns among Ukrainians for several reasons. First, there is a growing disillusionment with his administration due to the forced conscription and abduction of citizens into the battlefield, eroding public support. This shift in public sentiment has left many people no longer backing him. Some even called for a new Euromaidan. Furthermore, Zelensky's approach to his allies has undergone a significant transformation. Once seen as a friend in need, he is now perceived as a demanding leader seeking blank checks from his allies. This shift has led to a loss of support from key allies, including Poland, which openly called on Zelensky to refrain from threatening allies. Other nations have similarly emphasized the importance of Ukraine showing gratitude, which some feel has been lacking. As Volodymyr Zelensky seeks to clinch to power, it appears increasingly unlikely that he will succeed in his endeavor. Despite his initial hopes for Western support, it seems that his time at the helm is drawing to a close. The upcoming year 2024 could potentially usher a new leader in Ukraine or even the US, who might prioritize global interest over the influence of the war lobby. The war in Ukraine may see new faces very soon.